Hello there, this is What If Unknown, and I'm going to be doing part 2 of What If Naruto was raised in the hidden waterfall village. Now, before I get into the what if, I'd like to say a few things. Thank you for 165 subscribers. That is just mind-blowing to me. I can't believe that I've got to 165. I didn't think I was going to get past maybe 20 subscribers, maybe not even that. So thank you for everybody that subscribed. I appreciate it very much. You have no idea. Thank you. Also, I want to apologize for not posting last week like I meant to. That is on me. That is my fault. I am very sorry about that. So, in return, I'm going to make multiple videos this week, or for this weekend, or so on. So you're going to have much more content for this week, or this weekend, to watch. So, thank you everybody that's supported me. Thank you. Also, I'd like to thank Treetop Anime. She's given me permission for some things for my what if. So thank you, shout out to Treetop Anime. Thank you, appreciate it. Go check her out if you haven't seen her content before. She makes pretty good what ifs. Thank you, Treetop Anime. Okay, so now let me get into the what if. Now, where I left off last time was when Naruto left the Hidden Leaf Village and got to the Hidden Waterfall Village, where he met Ryu the Anbu, and also Ichi the Kage. That's just his nickname. Don't worry, it's not his true name. I'll get it later. Okay. Also, he met up with Fu, and they became friends and so on. So, yeah, the last part where I left off was when they were at dinner. So now we're gonna do a time skip from this time to when Naruto and Fu are just entering the academy, as Ichi the Kage comes to Naruto and Fu's apartment, since they are literally neighbors. So he goes and meets up with them, as he goes and tells them that today will be their first day in the academy, and he is extremely proud of them for wanting to become splendid ninjas, as Naruto and Fu say, "Thank you, Ichi," or Kage, as Ichi smiles. Now he says, "You guys better hurry up, or you're gonna be late for your first day of school." As Naruto and Fu smile and look at each other and say, "Yeah," as they go. Now we skip to once they get into school. So Naruto and Fu get into the classroom. As they go and they sit next to each other, as they are the first people in the classroom. As they go and they sit down, they take their seats, as they're in the corner, near a corner in the back by the window, because Naruto likes to stare out into the window, and Fu just wants to follow Naruto, because she likes him. But hey, we ain't gonna speak about that yet. Don't worry. Okay, anyway, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so then time passes by for a few, let's say about like 20-30 minutes, because they were early, because they were excited, as Naruto and Fu are just sitting there kind of quiet, as they're kind of nervous, as a whole bunch of people come in. As a lot of people noticed them two sitting up near the corner, as a few boys decided, because there are a few bullies that bullied Fu. As they smirk it in there, like one of them smirks at the other two boys, because there's three of them, says, "Look it, there's the demon." As Naruto heard this, but he didn't pay no mind at first, as three boys walk up to Fu and say, "Why is a demon here? Do you think you're gonna be a ninja? Psh, you won't even make it past the first day. I'll make sure of that." As one of them tries to hit Fu, as Fu flinches as she's scared. As all of a sudden, as she hears like she just hears, she just hears a hand, like something hit her like that. But nothing hit her. She's waiting for the pain. As she opened her eyes, as she sees Naruto holding the guy's hand and wrist, and says, Who do you think you are? If you ever dare to hurt her, it'll be a mistake. As he kind of gives off an aura, like a demonic aura, as the two other boys kind of like step back for a second as he throws the one that he caught caught the bully's hand. He throws him back and makes the guy fall. And he says, "Like I said, if anybody dares to touch her, you'll pay." As Fu kind of like blushes at it and kind of looks down, as Naruto goes and sits down and just goes back to staring out at the window. As the boys go, "You'll pay for this," as Naruto scoffs at this. "Yeah, sure you will. Sure I will." As all of a sudden, the day goes on, as now we're gonna skip to the end of the day, as Naruto and Fu start walking out of the school, as they start heading to the apartment, as Fu says, "Thank you for what you did. I thank you." As Naruto says, "No worries. I don't want anybody to hurt my friend." As Fu's like, "Oh, thank you." As Naruto says, "No biggie. If anybody ever tries to hurt you again, I got you. I'm always with you. Don't worry." As Fu smiles and says, "Thank you, Naruto." As they go on, and as Naruto starts walking, he says, "I'm hungry. Are you hungry?" As Fu says, "Yes." As Naruto says, "Do you want to go get some ramen?" As Fu says, "Yeah, let's go." As they start going, as all of a sudden, one of the three bullies, comes up and grabs Naruto by the shoulder and says, "Where do you think you're going? I told you you're going to pay for what you did to me in class today." As Naruto stops, "No, just leave us alone. There's no point." As the guy goes, "Huh, there's no point? You're the one who..." Sorry. As he goes, "There's no point? Well, you made a fool of me in front of everybody in class. Who do you think you are?" As Naruto says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm nobody. And so are you. So don't worry about it." As the bully goes, "Whatever." As he says, "You're gonna learn a lesson today. Half and half." Yes, I took that from my hero. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I had to do it since Naruto is half red and half blonde hair. Okay, let me get back to the what if. Okay, I'm back. Okay. As they start dragging Naruto, as Fu says, "No, stop it." As she tries to hit him, they're like, "Oh no, you're coming too." As they grab her too, as they go into an alley. As they start beating on Naruto, and says, "Oh, this is what you get." As Naruto's not even making a sound. And they're like, why aren't you screaming, huh? Why aren't you screaming for help?" As Naruto just grins and says, "This is nothing." As they go, "Oh, I'll show you nothing." They're like, "Fine, if I can't make you feel pain by beating you, I'll just start hurting the mint-haired girl or the demon brat." As Naruto says, "You lay a hand on her." He goes kind of like a deeper voice and his hair covering over his eyes. He says, "If you ever touch her, if you touch a single hair on her head, I'll make sure you will never be able to become a ninja." As they're like, whatever. As one of them goes and kind of like stabs Fu. As Naruto hears her scream. As one of them goes, "Oh, let's have a little bit of fun." As one of them tries to cut her dress. As all of a sudden, they feel as the boy holding Naruto down, just all of a sudden sees this red chakra just forming, and all of a sudden the guy gets blown back into a wall. As the other two boys see him, or turn to see what happened, as they see Naruto with his slit. As Naruto went into his first zero-tailed cloak. As he says, as the boys say, "What are you?" As Naruto says, "I told you, I'm a nobody. And like I said, if you ever touched a hair on her head or even touched her, I'll make sure you'll never become a ninja. You'll pay." As they're like, as they're shaking, as they take a step back, as they're like, "Yeah, you're a demon too, aren't you?" As Naruto says, "I'm not a demon. I'm gonna be the No, reverse that, I'm sorry. As he goes, I'm not a demon, I'm the demon. As Naruto rushes and goes and breaks one of the guy's arms. And throws that guy all the way out of the alley. As he goes for the other guy. Breaks the other guy's arms and says, I left you one arm. Now what are you going to do? Are you going to come back and try to take, or allow me to take the other? Or are you just going to leave? As one of them tries to charge, as Naruto just goes and breaks the other arm. And said, I told you this was going to happen. As the other guy that was holding down Naruto that got thrown into all comes to his senses after he was knocked down, he gets back up and he goes and tries to run and take the other. As Naruto tries to rush, as all of a sudden he feels somebody's arms wrapped around his chest and says, it's okay, Naruto. Calm down, please. As he feels a tear fall onto his arm. As he looks back and he sees Fu crying. As Naruto drops out of his zero-tail cloak and says, I'm sorry, Fu. I just don't want anybody to hurt you. As she says, thank you, Naruto. As she says, what was that? Are you like me? As Naruto says, what do you mean, like you? Are you a demon like me? Naruto lifts her head, or grabs her by her chin, and lifts her head up and says, we are not demons. Neither are the things sealed inside of us. They're beings. They have feelings. Like us. Demons may have feelings, but they are not alive. They have no emotion. But do you have emotion, Fu? As she says, yes I do. As Naruto says, then you're not a demon. Am I wrong? And she says, I guess not. As Naruto smiles and hugs her. And says, don't worry, I won't allow anybody to call you a demon ever again. And if they do, they'll be answering to me. As Fu kind of blushes and says, thank you, Naruto. As he says, now where were we? Ramen, right? As Fu kind of smiles or laughs. Says, is that all that's ever on your mind? As Naruto says, yep. As he grins, puts his hands on the back of his head, just starts walking. As Fu's just standing or walking right next to him. As they go into a ramen shop, as the ramen guy goes, oh, Fu, Naruto, I'm happy to see you again. As Naruto says, yeah, thank you. And they're like, as the ramen guy goes, wait, Fu, what happened? As he noticed there was a cut on, or noticed that she had a bandage wrapped around her arm, because Naruto patched her up before. As she says, oh, nothing, don't worry about it. We handled it. As the guy goes, okay, because I treat you guys like my own children. If anybody ever tries to hurt you, let me know. I'll take care of them. As Naruto chuckles and says, yeah, no problem, old man. As the ramen guy goes, I'm not old. Who do you think you are, brat? As Naruto chuckles, and all three of them start chuckling. As they go and get ramen. Now, we're just gonna skip a few years. Now Naruto and Fu are about 10 years old. So, yeah, so now, so we're gonna do a 2-year time skip. So Naruto and Fu found out, or their chakra natures and so on. What do you think, why have they found out they're only a few years into the academy? Well, one, they're both prodigies, because, we gotta do that, They're gonna be gods, okay? They're both prodigies, and also, the Kage treats him like his own or like he would his own children. So yeah, so that's how. So Naruto has water, earth, and wind chakra natures, as Fu has water and wind chakra nature. Water and lightning chakra natures. But when they were doing the test for his affinities, they noticed Naruto, when he put his chakra into the paper, it dampened. Then it slid in two. Then it hardened on one corner, and all of a sudden, another turned to wood. Yes, Naruto is getting wood style because why not? Okay? Yeah, why not? Okay. As they also see a golden chain come out of the paper as well, which I don't think that you could. I mean, I don't know if you could see your people's Geki Genkais through chocolate paper, but why not? We're gonna say you can. So, you could see wood style and chakra chain like coming out of the paper, along with his other affinities. As they're like, oh, wait, how do you have the first Hokage's Geki Genkai? As Naruto says, well, I don't know. I know that Uzumakis were related to the Senjus in a way. They were like cousins, so maybe somehow I got the gene. And so like, yeah, possibly. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get a drink. Anyway, so now during the 2 years before the second year of the academy, Naruto and Fu have been working on the chakra natures, and they already are tuning level at this time. So they're prodigies. So the Kage noticed this and noticed that Naruto has been working on his ninjutsu and his taijutsu and everything. So he's already up to tuning level along with Fu. So they're even getting stronger as the Kage Ichi goes, you know, Naruto Fu, if you just get a little bit stronger, maybe you'll graduate early. Maybe even get in the Anbu. As Naruto goes, I don't know if Anbu life is for me, but anything to help you, Ichi. As Fu nods her head in agreement, as they both smile. As we're gonna skip a few more months, as they're still in their second year, as Naruto and Fu has gotten to the point to where they're about Jonin, almost elite Jonin, which you're saying that I made him too overpowered for now, but hey, it's a what if. It's fine. Plot, okay? Yeah. Don't worry, useless. I mean Sakura and them will be in here. I'll get to them shortly. Okay, let me get back into it. Anyway, as Naruto and them, Naruto and Fu go to the Kage and say, can we graduate early, since you know that our abilities are way, way above gaining level? As as Ichi, or the Kage goes, first, we also obviously have to, I'm going to test your abilities myself. And all of a sudden, Ryu, the Anbu, drops down and says, what? What do you think you're doing, Lord Kage? You think that they can actually hold a candle to you? As the Kage smiles and says, maybe not. We'll find out. As Naruto and Fu kind of smile and they're like, let's do it. As they go out to the training ground that the Kage has that's secure. As they go, and now Naruto, he also has been working in Kenjutsu in secret with Fu not knowing about it because he wanted it to be a surprise. As Naruto pulls out a blade, as not even the Kage knew about him working on it. Nobody in the village knew about Naruto working with Kenjutsu. As he pulls out a blade, he says, I've been working on some new techniques along with my jutsu and some Kenjutsu. I want to see if it's any good. As the guy smiles and says, oh, let's find out if you are. As they go, now Naruto rushes the Kage as he pulls out his sword, and goes for a downward slash. As the Kage goes, you're just a touch slow. As he goes and pulls out a kunai and blocks the attack. As he says, now Fu, as Fu comes up behind him and does water bullet. As the bullet hits the Kage, as the Kage goes, nice job, but unfortunately, I knew you were going to do that. As the Kage turns into a mud clone. And they say, crap, clone, as they look up and they see the Kage just standing on a branch as starts clapping his hands. well done. Now let's keep going as Naruto goes, wood style, wood dragon jutsu, as a wood dragon shoots at the Kage as it tries to engulf him as it's coming in incredible speeds, but the Kage is just obviously faster. As he says, oh, if I would have got into that, I would have been done for. As Fu says, lightning style, lightning dragon, as the lightning dragon goes after the Kage, as the Kage goes, oh, even even a greater attack, or one of the stronger attacks, nice. As they do this for a few hours, as Naruto and Fu are panting, and the Kage is standing there like nothing happened, and says, that's enough, as Naruto says, no, we couldn't even land a hit on you, as he smiles and says, I knew you were not gonna be able to land a hit. Granted, you were able to get some of my clones, but hey, I am still proud of you two. You guys are strong beyond your years. Like, you're literally only 10 years old, and you're already late Jonin level. I'm extremely proud of you. And Naruto, I didn't know you were working on Kenjutsu. If I would have known, I would have had Ryu train you. He's a master with the sword. As Ryu drops down and says, aw, as he scratches his head and says, I didn't think you thought that highly of me. And the Kage goes, oh, I don't. As Ryu kind of gets a tick mark and goes, that's not that nice. Or that's rude, Lord Kage. As Ichi kind of smiles and says, no, I don't see you as that strong, or not, I don't see you as you're beyond a master to me. As Ryu kind of smiles and says, thank you, Kage. As Naruto says, yeah, but I have a friend that taught me, and it's my mother's style, so that's why. As he says, oh, who is this friend? As Naruto goes, oh, I'll tell you in a little bit, as I think you might already know. As Fu says, oh, you're gonna tell him about him? As Naruto says, yeah, just, we can't have Ryu knowing, with a smile, as he says, what do you mean? I'm like, as he kind of starts tearing, he's like, I thought we were friends, Naruto. As Naruto says, no, we're not friends, we're family, but I gotta have my secrets too. As Ryu kind of smiles and laughs and says, yeah. As we go on, as now we cut it into the Kage and Naruto and Fu in the office. As Naruto says, can you do a sound barrier so that nobody can hear what we're saying? As the Kage says, okay. As he does some hand signs and he says, no sound jutsu. I don't know. Yeah, why not? No sound jutsu, yeah. As all of a sudden a purple orb just comes around and engulfs him, as it blocks out all the sound. Only if you're in the dome, then you could hear. As we go on, as Naruto says a few things. As you think, I think you know that I'm the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. As the Kage kind of goes wide-eyed, but then says, yes, I had my suspicions. I didn't know you were the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, but I had suspicions you were a Jinchuriki. Just imagine, I never thought we would have two Jinchuriki, let alone some of the strongest Jinchuriki. As Naruto says, also, I found out from the fox, or the Nine-Tails, that my mother was Kushina Uzumaki, otherwise known as the Red Death. As Ichi goes wide and says, wait, your mother was the Red Death? How? As he says, as Naruto kind of smirks and says, don't try to hurt your old man brain, come on. It's not worth, thinking too hard over. As He goes, as Ichi goes, yeah, sure, Naruto. As Naruto says, also, I know my father's name, but I don't think I should tell you. I don't know if I should trust, or I don't know if I can tell you that. As Ichi says, I'm hurt. Why don't you think you could tell me? As he says, as Naruto says, then you might be mad at at my old village for what they did to me, from even though they didn't know who my father was. But one second. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. As he says, I'll tell you as Naruto says, I'll tell you at a later date. As Ichi says, okay, fine. As Ichi goes, is that all? As Naruto says, yeah, for now. But thank you, Lord Kage. As he bows, and as the Kage goes, oh yeah, Naruto, Fu. I need you guys to stay back. Before you guys leave, I need to tell you some things. As Naruto says, okay, and then Fu says, okay, Kage. How would you, as the Kage goes, how would you like to be in the Ambu for a few years? As Naruto goes, are you sure? Are we that skilled? As Fu says, do you mean it? Like, are you sure, Kage? As Ichi goes, yeah. And don't worry, if you do decide to be in the Ambu, the next 2 years I'll excuse you for school. You will not have to be in schooling or in the academy for the next 2 years, since your guys' abilities are already way above what you learn in the academy. Even though I know you both know much more than the academy, and your guys' abilities are obviously way above a normal Genin's level. As they both say, yes, Kage. And don't worry, your Ambu captain will be Ryu. As they say, what? As Ryu drops down, says, oh, hi, how's it going? As he gives us an all. As he says, you guys will be, follow Ryu, tomorrow, Ryu will come pick up you tomorrow to get your Ambu mask and your Ambu outfit and so on. And before you do any missions, he will train you a little bit on your Kenjutsu skills a little bit better. And Naruto, keep working on your Kenjutsu style. It doesn't hurt to learn the Ambu style and your own style, so you have multiple choices. As Naruto says, yes, Kage. As we skip on, now we skip to the next day, as Naruto and Fu go and get their Ambu equipment. Now, I will have pictures of what their Ambu masks look like in the video, so I just don't feel like explaining it because I want to get into it a little bit. So, now we skip about a year into it, as Naruto and Fu have been in the Ambu, obviously for a year, as they've been getting a name for themselves, because they have been doing so many more missions than than any other Ambu, because it's just a team of 3 at this time, which is Ryu, Naruto, and Fu. Now they're kind of more of like an assassination group and so on. But yeah, so now we're gonna go into the nicknames that the other villages are given in the bingo book. Now this is the only things they have. So in the bingo book for Naruto, the only things they know is that Naruto seems like a size of like 11-year-old, give or take. And his hair, they only know that he has blonde and red hair, along with his affinities, which they say it's water, wind, earth. Yeah, and that's it. As they also note in there that he also has a wood style because Naruto sometimes uses it in his assassination missions, or in his missions. As his name is, is the Demon Beyond Demons, or the New Red, or also the New Red Death. He has two names due to Naruto wielding Kushina's old blade. Now, I'm going to do a flashback. So we cut back as when Naruto was learning Kenjutsu. As Naruto has two blades, but only one blade will be important now, at this time. So, Naruto wields his mother's blade, which his mother's blade has a red blade, and yeah, and I'll have a picture of it so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it has like a red blade and so on, and in this, that it has a special ability. Now, it can literally burn or melt whatever it cuts into. I don't know if I don't know if Kushina's blade actually had an ability, but hey, I'm gonna say it's Uzumaki metal, and that because it has special, or Uzumaki metals have special abilities. So I'm gonna give Naruto's blade, or Kushina's blade as well, or whatever, the ability whenever it cuts anything to melt it. As the only way you could stop it from melting is either get the fabric that it cut off as fast as you can, or you're gonna have to either cut off the limb or wherever that it cut. So basically, if it cuts you, it'll just keep burning until you get rid of the body limb or wherever you cut. So yeah. Anyway, let me get back into it. As his nicknames are the Demons Beyond Demons, or the New Red Death, due to his blade and his hair color, or is part of his hair color. As we go into Fu, as Fu just use a standard Tonto, or standard Anbu Tonto, but eventually I'll give her a sword as well, but I'll get in that later on. So now, and her name will be either the goddess of the ocean, due to I'm gonna give Fu a higher water affinity, so basically it's gonna be as strong as the second Hokage, because she gotta be OP. Let's go. Yeah, why not? Okay, so her water affinity though is as strong as the second Hokage's, maybe even stronger. I can't gauge that though. So they call her the water goddess, due to her water affinity being so strong and her water attacks being so strong. As we go on, and now we're gonna skip to when in their 12th year, as during this time they've gotten done around 300 S rank missions, 200 A rank missions, and I'll get into, and about 150 B rank missions, and I'll get into the other missions later on, or I'll get into the missions more, or like C and D rank missions. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, now let's get back into it. As we go, and now they're about 12 years, or they're 12 years old now, and the academy is over, or is almost over. There's only like one day left for their academy. As Ichi, or the Kage, calls in Fu and Naruto and says, "Hello, Naruto. Hello, Fu." As Naruto goes, "Oh, hi, Kage." As Fu also greets the Kage. As they go and say, "What did you need?" As he says, "From now on, your Anbu missions, I'll put it on hold for now. um, you'll be joining a gaining team. As Naruto goes, "Aw, come on." As Fu does that, or Naruto goes, "Okay, yes, Kage." As Fu goes, come on, sir, come on, Kage, please. I don't. We're above this. That's beneath us. As Naruto kind of goes, "Fu, calm down. It's okay. It's not the end of the world." As Fu goes, "But this isn't fair." As the Kage goes, "Don't worry, Fu. Later on, don't worry, I'll jump you back up to guys doing Ombu missions if you'd like. But I want you guys to be around kids your own age, and if you stay in Ombu forever, you won't be able to do your tuning exams and so on. So, and also I want you to be a kid for a little bit." As Fu says, "Okay." As he goes, "So I will be putting all of your put all of your missions in the records. So you'll be having all your missions that you've done as an Ombu into your mission thing, your mission statuses." As Fu and Naruto say, "Okay, yes." So now we're gonna go and we're gonna skip to the academy. So now they're calling out names for the teams that have passed so far. As Naruto and Fu walk into the academy classroom, as the teachers go, "Oh, how good of you guys to make it." As they say, "You guys can sit down, as we're just giving out your teams at this time." As everybody in the classroom goes, "I thought they'd dropped out or something, because they've been gone for about 2 years." As they go and they sit down, as the teachers go back to calling out the names. Now, for the third person on their team, I'm gonna make an OC, because why not? Because I don't know anybody in there. So anyway, so let's go back a bit. Now, as they're calling out names now, they go to be calling Naruto and Fu. So they say Naruto and Fu, and so Naruto, Fu, and Rias. Okay. Naruto, Fu, and Rias. As all the boys notice that they see a redheaded girl. No, it's not Rias from High School DxD. I just took the name. As they say, Rias Uzumaki. As he says, "Huh?" As Naruto goes, "Oh, an Uzumaki, huh?" As Rias goes, "Huh?" Because they didn't say Naruto's last name. As Naruto goes, "I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Nice to meet you." As Fu goes, "Oh, I didn't know there was any Uzumaki left." As Naruto goes, "Hey, now I guess we know that I'm not the only one now." As Rias goes, "Oh, yeah." As she kind of blushes at Naruto. And just because, I'm gonna make Naruto have 2 girls in this. I'm gonna make it Fu, Naruto, and Rias. Because, As all of a sudden, now let's get back there. So, Naruto notices that he's getting death glares from all the other boys in the class. As he goes, "I don't feel comfortable." As Fu kind of laughs, and so does Rias. He says, "It's weird that there's 2 female on one team, or on a team with a boy." Because I'm gonna say one of the bullies not one of the bullies. So a random boy in the classroom goes, why do they have 2 girls and 1 guy on a team? I thought it was supposed to be 2 guys and 1 girl." As the instructor goes, "Well, this is just how it worked out, so don't worry about it." As he said, "The Kage has picked this team, so don't worry about it." As the boy goes, "Okay." Now everybody walks out. As they go, but they also say their sensei's name. But yeah, so Naruto and Fu sensei is Ryu, because I gotta do that, you know, Ryu is God, okay. As Naruto goes, Naruto and Fu go, welp, we're gonna be here for a while. As Rias goes, what do you mean? As they go, well, you know, I already know our sensei Ryu. As Fu and Naruto say that. As Naruto goes, well, he has a tendency to lose track of time, and let's just say he kind of forgets what he has to do unless somebody reminds him. As we cut to Ryu sneezing, goes, I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere. As Naruto goes, As we cut back to Naruto goes, should we go get him, Fu? As Fu goes, I'll stay here. You can go get him. As he goes, okay, I'll be back. As Naruto does a water shishin, or teleports. As he fades away in the water. As Rias goes, what is that? As Fu says, well, that was just one of Naruto's teleportations that he has. She goes, that's amazing. As we go back to Naruto, Naruto just appears by Ryu. Goes, hi, Ryu. As Ryu goes, oh, Naruto, you know, I have a feeling that I'm supposed to be somewhere, but I don't know. As Naruto goes, as he kind of gets this, he's emitting this aura of rage, kind of, not the Nine Tails, but its own. As Ryu goes, you're scaring me, Naruto. As Naruto gets a devilish grin, as all Ryu sees is just a demon behind demon just behind Naruto and just grinning as he goes, oh no. As all of a sudden Naruto just goes and grabs Ryu and they teleport back in the classroom as Naruto throws him into a wall. As Ryu goes, ow, and Rias goes, huh? Wait, huh? How is he already back? And was that our sensei? Why'd you throw our sensei in the wall? As Naruto goes, don't worry, he's fine. As Ryu gets out of the wall and goes, oh, I was late again, wasn't I? As Naruto goes, yes. If you're late again, you won't be just thrown into a wall. I'll make sure it's more painful. As Ryu goes, okay, I'm sorry. As they go for a few more missions. Now, I'm going to say at this time that the Leaf and Waterfall have kind of made a treaty. Because why not? As now we're going to cut before I get into where I was going with it, I'll get back in. So, now we cut to Ryu saying, okay, Naruto, Fu, and Rias go to the roof, and we're going to talk about, and we're going to get to know each other as Ryu teleports, as Fu teleports too, as Naruto goes, oh, can you teleport? As Rias goes, I know. As Naruto says, okay, hold my hand. As she holds his hand and kind of blushes as they teleport, or Shushins, onto the roof. As Fu kind of sees Naruto holding Rias' hand and starts emitting a demonic aura towards Rias, as Rias kind of like turns her head slowly towards Fu, because she's scared. And she kind of like lets go of Naruto and says, oh, thank you, Naruto. As she goes and sits down, as Naruto says, oh, okay, I don't know what I did, but okay, I'm sorry. As he goes and sits down, as Fu kind of just goes, who does the girl think she is? Naruto's mine. As Naruto kind of sees Fu kind of daydreaming, as Naruto says, are you okay, Fu? As Fu says, oh yeah, I'm okay, Naruto. As we cut, now we go. As Ryu goes, okay, Fu, I mean, Greenie, what's your dreams or goals or ambitions? As Fu goes, what means, Sensei? And I'm not Greenie. As she goes, well, so, my goal or my likes are hanging out with Naruto, training, and eating ramen. Um, my goals are to become one of the strongest. Uh, what is it called? Female ninja in the world, and also another goal is to get with somebody. As she her eyes kind of go towards Naruto, as Ryu kind of smiles and chuckles, or in his head, and kind of gets a devilish grin as he goes, I knew she liked Naruto. As Fu goes, I'd like to be with a certain someone, as she looks at Naruto. As he goes to, okay, redhead. As Rias goes, don't call me redhead. As Rias goes, I want to, so my likes are reading, training, and yeah, and my hobbies, reading and training. My goals are to be one of the strongest, I want to learn more about my Uzumaki heritage, along with I want to learn some sealing jutsu, along with I want to be with a certain somebody. As she looks at Naruto, kind of blushing, as Fu notices, and so does Ryu. And Ryu goes, oh, they both like him. As he kind of starts chuckling, as Naruto goes, huh? What are you laughing about? And Ryu goes, oh, don't worry about it. As he says, okay, half and half. I mean, as Naruto says, do you want to die? As Ryu goes, no. I'm sorry, Naruto, I'm sorry. I mean, Naruto, your turn. As Naruto kind of chuckles and says, my likes are hanging out with Fu, eating ramen, training, and hanging out with Kurama. My hobbies, training, I guess, and reading. As Rias thinks in her head, oh, he likes training too, or he likes reading. As Naruto goes to my goals, I would like to rebuild my clan. And he says, also, I like to be one of the strongest ninjas in the world. I don't necessarily want to be a Kage. I just want to be one of the most strongest ninjas in the world. And be not necessarily feared, but known around the world for my power. As he says, I like some people, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. As Naruto goes, or as Ryu goes, this is an interesting bunch. As now we're gonna skip for a few months. As now I'm gonna get back to it. So, like I said before, that the Hidden Waterfall Village and the Hidden Leaf Village are with a treaty, which the Hidden Leaf Village does not know that Naruto is at the Hidden Waterfall Village. So now we go. As I'm going to say that Tazuna is able to pay for a higher mission, but the Kage or Hokage decided to send or to see, because I'm going to say all like the higher ranked ninjas in the Hidden Leaf Village that would take that mission is out. So they go, and the Hokage decided to ask for help from the Waterfall Village and said, and is still deciding to send Team 7 because Team 7's going to be Kakashi, obviously, and Sasuke, Sakura, and I'm going to use Sai in this because why not? As they get a mission or get a scroll, as the Kage calls in Ryu Steven says, because it's been a few months since the team has been together. As they go, hi Ryu, hi Naruto, hi Fu, hi Ryu. So, we have a mission for you. As Naruto goes, oh, what level is it? As she goes, B. As Rias goes, do you think I'm really strong enough for that? Or not B, I mean C. No, B. B. It's a B. Yeah, sorry, it's a B. Right? She says, Rias goes, do you really think I'm ready for a B rank mission? As Naruto goes, don't worry. Me and Fu have got your back, and so does Ryu. I'll make sure nobody touches you guys. As Rias kind of blushes, says, okay. But as Naruto also says, well, I believe that you're strong enough. You don't give yourself enough credit. You always talk yourself down. You need to get out of your own head. As Rias goes, okay. As the Kage goes, Naruto, from your opinion, what power level do you think Rias is? As Naruto says, she's about Jonin level. As Rias goes, you really think so? As Naruto goes, yeah. Because Naruto then kind of goes towards the Kage up closer and said, she's almost as strong as Fu, and Fu is. We were in the Yambu, so that's got to say something. As sorry to get a drink. Anyway, he says that's got to say something. We are both in the Yambu, so if she's even remotely close to us, then she'll be fine. And Naruto says, oh yeah, she even unlocked something. As Naruto says, as he goes, oh Rias, have you unlocked any ability or learned anything new before? As she goes, oh yeah, I unlocked my chakra chains, and so did Naruto. And she goes, yeah, Naruto's been helping me learn my chakra chains, and he's been working on his as well. As the character goes, oh, nice, that's lovely. As he says, okay, he's like, yeah, Rias, I believe that you'll be fine on this mission. Plus, you got 3 strong teammates too as well. As they go, yes sir. As they go, and they send the scroll back to the Kage, or Hokage, saying that they'll be sending a team that will help escort Kazuna. They will meet, so where they meet is, when the Demon Brothers attack. And that's about the area that they're gonna meet, because why not? Now we're gonna skip it. So Naruto and they start traveling to that area. As all of a sudden Naruto and the team sense about Chunin level ninjas attacking, or kind of like just hanging around the area where the Leaf Ninja are supposed to be. As they're like, crap, we gotta speed up. So now we cut to Team 7 as they're walking, as Kakashi sends them, but he's like, I'll see if my team can sense them. As as the Chunin brothers, or the Demon Brothers, come out, as they go for attack. So it appears that they took out Kakashi. As now, I'm gonna say Sasuke is just a little bit more a wimp, because, well, I'm gonna say that the Uchiha did not get massacred, by the way. Sorry if I didn't mention that, I apologize for it. So they did not get massacred. So Sasuke still has his whole family. Unfortunately, Shisui did die, but the massacre did not no. Shisui did not die. I apologize. Shisui did not die. When Danzo tried taking Shisui's eye, Shisui was able to defeat him, or kill Danzo. So yeah. So that's a cool note. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let me get back. So I'm gonna say Sasuke's not necessarily weak, but he didn't have that hatred or motivation to train as hard. Even though he wanted to be like his brother, he didn't train as hard. So he's not as strong. So, sorry about that. So, as the Demon Brothers come in, Sai is about to try to react, and so does Sasuke, but all of a sudden, these two ninjas appear in front of the Chunin brothers as Naruto blocks it with, he has a sword out, his blade, as the Chunin brother noticed the blade and he goes, "It's you, you're the," as Naruto says, "Shh, no, no, no," as Naruto wraps him around chains and covers his mouth, as the other Chunin brother notices Fu. His Fu is the one also who jumped out and blocked the other guy. As he goes, "It's you also, the water goddesses." Kakashi goes, as he heard this, as Fu goes, "No," as she doesn't say anything. She goes and just knocks the guy out. As Ryu and Riz just appear and say, "Are you guys okay?" As Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai say, "Yeah, thank you for your help," but our sensei, as Naruto goes, "Hey, you're not dead. I see you, I can sense you in the tree up there." As Kakashi jumps down with an eye smile and says, "Oh, you noticed me. That's impressive, boy." As he gives Naruto's team an eye smile, as Ryu goes, "So it's a good thing they sent us." As Kakashi says, "Well, when we took the B rank mission, they said they were going to send a team that was going to help escort. I didn't expect that kids would help it escort." As Ryu goes, "I didn't expect your team our Genin squad to be taking on a B rank mission." As Kakashi goes, "Yeah, but I could say the same thing for you." As Ryu goes, "Oh, don't worry, my team's plenty strong. If you only knew." As Kakashi goes, "Huh?" As Ryu goes, "Oh, don't worry about it." As they keep going on. As now they encounter Haku, they encounter Zabuza, and Zabuza senses all the high chakras. As he goes, "Damn it, I'm gonna need Haku's help for this." As now they're walking, as all of a sudden Naruto says, "Stop, duck down." As all of a sudden a big blade comes in, as we know it's Zabuza's blade. As the blade was coming in, as Naruto grabs his sword and blocks it, and it flies back to the ground. As Zabuza starts clapping. "Wow, kid, you blocked my blade. I didn't know Genin could do that." As Naruto goes, "I'm not just any Genin, if you want to call me that." As Zabuza goes, "Haku, come out." As Haku goes for another attack, with the Senbon, as Naruto blocks all the Senbon. As Haku jumps down and says, "Oh, you're fast, kid. What are you, like 12? Naruto says, "You can't be any older than 13 as well, and you're pretty skilled." As Haku goes, "Oh, thank you." And Haku sees Naruto's blade and says, "Wait, you're not who I think you are. Because that's the Red Death's blade." As Kakashi kind of hears this and says, "Huh? What does he mean by Red Death?" Because Kakashi kind of forgot about, he has vague memory of Kushina, like what she was called, and so on. As he says, "I could tell by that blade because it's crimson red, like the person who wielded it before, like her hair." As Naruto goes, "Oh, this thing? It's a family, or it's a thing from my mother." As he goes, You're not you're him. You're the new Red Death, or the demon of demons, demon beyond demons." As Naruto goes, "Oh yeah, and you're Zabuza's emoji, the demon of the hidden mist, aren't you? As Zabuza goes, oh, so you know who I am as well. As Naruto smirks and says, of course. I gotta know other demons. As Fu goes, Naruto, stop playing around. As Naruto says, okay, Fu. As Zabuza goes, and you, with the green hair, you're not who I think you are you? As Fu goes, what do you mean? As she goes and all of a sudden does an attack without using any water near her. And she goes, water dragon shoots you. As the water dragon goes and Zabuza blocks it. As Zabuza goes, you're the water goddess. As she goes, oh, I'm flattered. You know who I am. As Rias is just standing there and says, wait, you two are the strongest, some of the strongest Ambu people in our village? As Naruto goes, oh, I didn't even know I don't think we're that strong, are we? As Ryu goes, oh, you are. Stop downplaying yourself, Naruto and Fu, as they kind of chuckle. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. Thank you. Have a good day.